oh so wrong. Always numb in my mind, battled on, building scars from the knife, so far gone. I was blind. So now that I found what I was looking for, I'm shining a light on the dark that I was coming from. It never broke me down to my knees, where it wanted me to be. Turn on the love for myself, go all down. I see me for me. As it falls out of sight, setting on all the shadows that I've overcome, pulling stars from the night, one by one, no longer blind. So now that I found what I was looking for, I'm shining a light on the dark that I was coming from. It never broke me down to my knees, where it wanted me to be. Turn on the love for myself, go all down. I see me for me.
What? Oh, there we go. Jesus Christ, I'm lagging a bit. Right. I forgot to open up this. Oh well, doesn't matter. I can do that now. Jesus Christ, why am I lagging so bad? Stop it, please. Alright, I forgot to say that there was going to be another thing happening today. I'm an idiot. Alright, VR chat. Thank you. Let's get something.
Oh my god, Wolf Tear.
Oh my
I
god.
didn't think I was gonna see you. Oh my, give me a hug, man. Oh my god.
Well, I need to turn on my shit. forgot to turn on
Yo,
my
bro.
locomotion.
What
yo,
up?
Yo, bro. As
Hey,
oh,
guys.
Guys, but change the hair and the face.
Are you high as fuck right now?
no, I'm good.
Ego, bro. Ego.
I'm gonna get high as fuck after this.
So true.
Wait, who the fuck?
Who the fuck?
Who the fuck? Who the?
Oh. Ping is still real bad.
She has been since the beginning of the session.
I think Matcha said that they got up to like around 4,000 to
4,000.
ping.
4,000.
How the fuck?
Funnily
does
enough,
that even work? How
that
are
is
you still
not
connected?
that is not even the highest ping I've ever seen someone play a game on. That record goes to 14,000.
Yeah, I've been up to 5,000 before.
Dude, the face, like, it takes a day for it to respond.
You get one frame every other second day. Every other second day.
Dude, they even have
Oh,
it as
Jamie,
a
hi, Spooks.
thing. I'd rather just get it cut.
This freaking nerd, yeah.
Alright, we're gonna have
Oh,
to
I
move
forgot to
along,
grab my water.
And start the scene. If you're lagging behind, just watch our streams and stuff like that to keep up to date with what we're talking about and things, so you're in the loop.
You could say that, like,
Yeah, you were definitely there.
yeah. Just like in the corner. Let me get in my middle of my goddamn play space.
In the corner.
Just sitting in the corner, just.
Alright. We all arrive. Bada beam, bada boom, good to go.
Bada bing, bada boom, hell yeah. Alright, let's start over here like we did last time.
I don't. Can Matcha even go this way? Oh, she can. Never mind. She good. Are you taller now? What the fuck?
Just don't talk to me.
We'll just say that you have a sore
We don't
throat.
talk to her.
Oh shit, I should probably join the chat, shouldn't I?
Maybe.
Oh, uh-oh. My Discord's not connecting. Why'd it just get... Oh, right, he can control the fucking...
Cass changed it. Yeah, Cass changed it. Alright.
Alright, once you're good to go, Dave.
I blow my nose and I get a fucking nosebleed. So there is a tissue stuffed in my nose. I'm ready to go.
Oh
Let's
my
go.
god. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Alright. Let's not keep him waiting. Ooh. Ooh. I thought I turned that on. There's no traps this time, is there?
No, there's no traps.
But there is a shit show.
And by the way, before any of you question, yes, it is me. And yes, we do need to go over our tattoos, so. Everyone can show theirs, please. Okay. Good shit. From here on, get used to calling each other by your nicknames. So, mine's York. Nano. South.
Mouse.
So,
Mouse.
Jinx.
Jinx. Okay. let's head on down. We got a lot to talk about. Gonna head on in.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember the code, if you don't remember, it's fine. You can. It's. Let me get it for you.
There we go. Oh, 102. Other way.
Right.
201 instead of 0102.
We'll wait on her.
There she is.
There you go. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to use this forever, as I said before. But, unfortunately, the last outpost that I believe Jinx found has now been possibly compromised, so we have to find another one. So, as before, everyone please make sure that you look around for another outpost.
Of course.
Okay. By the way, I want to make it absolutely painfully clear. I believe half of the Hollow were wanting to kill me today.
That. Honestly, I don't think that's all too out of the ordinary.
Well, I showed up and I believe Millie was convincing the whole old fallen people to maybe go for me or something like that, and then I overheard Dog say the words, don't worry, we won't let him leave. And then I proceeded to get the fuck out of there. And got in my car, swapped outfits, and I left.
Well, we do know Millie is working
So,
with Strange, so.
Yeah, I will not be going back to the Hollow anytime soon. Not as Chase Henderson. I will be going as York from now on. And I probably won't be talking either. I will just be a mute who will grunt and point and probably write shit down. Say my mouth got stitched, a time ago for doing some stupid shit in the Whispers. Easy peasy. Okay. Fuck, let's talk about Gus.
He was at the Hollow earlier, and we saw. Well, we saw what happened. Strange has obviously been to him.
Did he mention anything before this encounter?
Not to me.
No.
Me and him aren't on the greatest of terms, but
we hate each other. See, now I don't want to point fingers, but my first concern is, I don't know. I have this sinking feeling that maybe one of you had a problem with him. Maybe something was said that wasn't meant to be said.
Well, I can say for myself that I had no problem with him. I barely even spoke with the man.
I try to be on friendly terms with everyone.
I definitely don't have anything against him.
You put him in this. Alright. That shit's kind of fucked now, right? Obviously, we've seen how quickly that can fall apart. And now that Gus is possibly compromised, it could just fuck this whole thing up regardless. Because he could tell him who we actually are, and our real names, and that this group exists. So that is still very much a possibility. So now we have to be 10 times more careful and more vigilant than we were being before. I need somebody else to handle medical supplies. Considering Gus is out of the picture, I believe he gave us some. Does anyone know where he left those supplies for us?
He didn't tell me.
Okay. He might have left them at the old outpost we just found. If he did, then I'll go grab them and move them to a new place once we find one, which is our next priority. I need each of you to be looking for a new home for us to set up base, preferably somewhere in the destroyed areas of District 0 or wherever you think is away from the Hollow and things like that.
I always have been on my patrols, finding time to
Got it.
dip into the destroyed areas, abandoned factories, abandoned offices, anywhere I can look.
I have two things to say right now. First is I'm trying to look for a base out in Zone 7. It's fairly away from most outposts that we know of that are either controlled by Kaijin Tower, the Whispers, or the Tigers. At least as far as we're aware of. So I'm looking at either Zone 7, 21, 8, or 22. Those 4 zones. I'm trying to see if I can get any information about that without causing much suspicions. And yeah, that was the first one. Secondly, I've come in contact with Millie, or 6. It was just after the mission briefing, and I was trying to get close to her, seeing how she would react with the whole spiel about my arm, and seeing if she'll bite, which she did, and which all but confirms that she's 100% working with Strange along with Gus.
Really? What made you say that? What information did she give?
Because she actually just said,
Oh.
because while we were talking, she actually just said the word Strange without me even mentioning it. Like, she is not vilifying, like, making Strange into a hero, saying that Strange hasn't, killed any of us or any of that, which all but confirms that. And also, she's also trying to lure me in, saying that if I want to get a meeting with someone, that she'll arrange for it. I promptly just said no, and that I trust her, but I don't trust Strange. So, I am slowly gaining her trust. So, if any of you see that I am essentially sticking to Millie or 6, it's because of that. Alright, no need to cause for concern.
Next thing you need to know is know when to stop. Because if you get too deep in and she pulls you aside one day for a private talk away from the Hollow or something, she could absolutely bag and tag you and take you somewhere else with Strange. So be careful.
I know the rest.
Good work, though.
For all we know, it was Millie who got Gus to Strange.
How do we know that? What's the fact?
It's a hunch, but it's a large hunch. It could just be that he ran into Strange's lackeys
Is
out and
anything
about.
different about him?
Other than the metal arms.
Completely synthetic.
And I
His
believe his
eye
left eye,
is
yes.
also synthetic.
Jesus Christ. In
Yeah.
one day? In that amount of time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the only person we know
Nobody
of...
works that fucking quickly. And ain't no one from the Whisperers getting a chop shop that fucking quick either.
Exactly.
That's definitely strange.
And the only person we know of that could have
Questioned it as well.
got him to Strange is Millie.
And also, I was gonna say, if
You didn't believe what Brittany said. A friend of mine, she's leadership. She outright told me that Queen, which is also other leadership, outed that Millie is under Strange.
Mm.
and Millie didn't deny it or anything. She said, "Well, cat's out of the bag. I'm under Strange."
Jesus Christ. Back in my day, you know, that would be a fucking bullet through the skull. God, you guys have grown soft. Anyway. Okay. Well, at least we know that much now.
Here, take this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Plug it into your phone. Get the fucking south. Here. Plug that into your phone. Hey, there you go.
And you too. Put that into your phone.
Alright, then.
With all that plugged in, I'll get the encryption process through your phones, and we'll have our program.
Alright,
It'll take a couple minutes.
just let me know when it's done.
Okay, listen. Here's the thing. We just lost our medic. That's a big hit to us.
Hmm.
Now, I need to be honest. I don't know if I fully trust us trying to pull somebody else into the mix right now. Maybe as time goes on, if there's someone you really, as a group, think we can trust, we'll talk about it. But, you know, is there any more medics that you have that you can guarantee right now? Say, yeah, I trust that person 100%.
Well, trust in
Just say yes or
someone...
No,
No,
not for
not
me, at
right
least.
now.
Mouse?
No.
I brought up the last time we were here the current head of medical. I do trust her, but I don't trust her with something like this.
Then, which brings me to our next point. One of you might need to make a sacrifice for what you're good at right now. And one of you might need to become something else. You might need to learn medical. Learn how to treat people. And that means abandoning whatever you were good at to become what we need right now. Does that make sense? Now, I'm not gonna force you, but if you're willing to become a medic, just give me a raise of your hand. Okay, that's one person. I guess we might have to count on Sonia then. It's gonna sound or be a bit suspicious. Maybe you at first just, you know, being like, hey, I want to become a medic. So there needs to be a level to this. There needs to be a slow burn into it. I mean, you did just go through a life and death situation with your whole bomb thing being removed from you. So it's a good way to, you know, build on trauma. And be like, hey, I went through this. This is why I want to help people. It's a good way to lean into that, and it is a good excuse, but I'd say take it slow, maybe think of a couple other reasons, and then when the time is right, we'll have you actually start leaning into learning actual medical treatment. You know, maybe talk to some of your medics at your base. Tell them that you're interested in what they do. Try to naturally show more interest around being around those kinds of people. Keep in mind, when you take on these names, you are taking on a different persona of yourself, right? These code names come with personalities that you are going to need to have. Because when we're out on missions, I need you to change up who you are. I mean, we can all act, right? You can all pretend, help. I'm not asking you to be fucking 5-star actors or some shit like that, but as long as you can maybe put on a goofy voice, or something like that, or something different with your body or whatever, you know, that's more than enough. If any of you at this moment in time, since we don't have a dedicated medic and I don't want them to kind of be caught out yet, I need any of you to be looking into gaining medical supplies, even if it's a tiny bit. Try and not steal from your own people. That raises questions and suspicion, and people start looking into those things, as I said in the chat.
There is Sharp. We could question him, ask him if he has or knows of any places where medical supplies can be procured.
If you don't know who Sharp is, he's a benefactor for the Whisperers.
Yeah.
Just before this, I went with one of our allies, one of our researcher, to go meet this woman named Nadia, and she had given us some chemicals and stuff for him, so he could use them to make some things.
We don't
Keep in
necessarily.
mind, that information could be relayed back to Millie if Sharp decided to tell her that this specific Whisperer was looking for medical supplies. Now, if you act as somebody else, finding Mr. Sharp in your disguise as your different name, then so be it. But you're gonna need money to back that, probably.
Probably.
Which is another thing. Looking into credits, looking into food, all that kind of jazz for when we eventually need to stock up at our outpost.
Right.
How about we look into like food shelters for food? Maybe skim some off the top. Basically. Bribe a few people.
You are in the network. You could probably find a couple food banks.
You know, stealing from the homeless is kind of shitty, but I mean, I definitely can try.
We can always give back
Okay,
after we
there's
complete our mission.
Honestly, just the ladder of taking from our own people and homeless.
I'm not saying it's right, but if it's what we have to do to survive.
Last resort, then. If we desperately need it.
I'll
Is there
scrounge around to see if I can find any medical supplies that people are selling on the
Okay.
black market or
Sounds
something.
good. Okay. Is there anything else that we need to cover?
There's also a point with
Oh.
all the stuff that we got with the trucks. Remember? I'm trying to
Right.
get myself that upgrade for my arm. It's not really I don't want it, but I kinda need it if we're gonna do this. So if I can get a lot of support from the people here, just try and, if there is going to be a vote to who gets it, then I say I should get it.
We can see what we can do about that.
I
I can't promise anything. I'm gonna be honest.
There can be no
I just said
promises,
my
we can
piece.
only try. Something that York brought up the last time we were here when I pulled him aside to talk to him, I should inform you all of as well. When those of the last couple of times that those people who passed out in Dorm 4, I am one of them. It's hard to explain, but I get this feeling. If I start to get this feeling, I will inform everyone here, and then I will leave so I do not compromise whatever we're doing in the moment. Hopefully it doesn't happen out in the field, but if it does, obviously.
Speaking of which, does anybody have any ideas here currently that they would like to bring up on how we can get to Victor Strange? That's not to say that I don't have an idea, but it's best to hear yours as well. It's an open floor, because maybe you'll say something better than what I'm thinking.
Well, one option is always Millie. Convince.
I'd rather stay away from her, but
I mean, that's more of a last resort.
The only idea I have. The only idea I have is what I already showed you.
Hmm.
I think we should prepare ourselves a little bit more before you dive into that.
Maybe check his goons first, see what information we can squeeze out of them. I mean, people
problem with
disappear
Victor
all the
Strange
time,
is-
right? What's one more?
The problem with Victor Strange is he's not a gang. And he runs like these asylums, like he runs your outposts. Pharmacies, hospitals. He has people in high places. There are hundreds and hundreds, and I mean hundreds of people connected with Victor Strange, either positively or negatively. He has them all on little strings.
Hmm.
I'm thinking we find places like corporations, or maybe lesser, that have information banks. Tons of information, data, records, things like that. People that we think Victor Strange could weasel his way into that would provide him a lot of money, security, and care. Right?
Hmm.
So, like, medical services, they would be a good start. Victor Strange has to get his cybernetics, his medical gear, his equipment, his money, his facilities, all things like that. His transport. A lot of the painters have a lot of medical equipment, like, you know, sanitary gloves, masks, all that shit. So he's getting this shit somewhere. And I think hospitals and things like that are where he's getting most of this stuff. Or he knows people inside of these places. So I intend maybe for us to look into a couple hospitals, things like that, and to investigate. See if they've got any private backlogs. Yeah.
Possibly also. Well,
And if we're checking hospitals, then that's two birds with one stone, since we can also get some of their medical supplies.
yeah.
But before you go do these things, you need your disguises, okay? Do not do any of the stuff that I just told you about today without your new disguises.
Hmm.
Right? Otherwise, I'll just keep you posted on objectives and missions that have cropped up for you.
Of course.
I think
We'll
that's
be
all
ready.
we need to discuss.
I think that's the most pertinent information. as of right now.
Building ourselves up as well.
Hmm.
That's the biggest thing we can do right now.
I will double time in my search for a base, since we really do need it.
Good to hear.
Alright, I'll see what I can do with Melissa more without overextending myself.
Sounds good.
All right.
Maybe get my
You
own
want these back?
disguise.
Yeah.
Right.
Alright.
I have a question. Why can't you promise him helping him with or helping her him? I'm sorry.
I'm a girl.
Okay, her with their synthetic thing. Just out of curiosity. Someone else you have in mind?
I have
No, it's not
a
that.
close friend that could be good
Not
enough
for me,
that.
at least.
Okay.
For me, it's a long story, but because of me, they lost their arm, and they had to get it replaced. So now they have a synthetic arm, and I think it'd be good use for them to have it because they're pretty good
That's
at
fair.
that.
For me, I can only vote as one person. If enough people vote for someone else, it wouldn't matter anyway.
Then the two of you, I hope, come up with some really good ideas or some good excuses for them. I don't mean to work against, your friend.
No, it's understandable. I don't expect them to vote for him. That's just
Alright.
bias. I'm sorry.
I think we're done here. I'm gonna stay here and clean up and get going. So, safe travels.
All in different directions, remember now.
Outfits, get your outfits done.
Gotcha.
Little body died. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
She can't even.
So, on the model, I'm only gonna have 2 outfits,
There's so
or I'm
much
only
I
gonna
wanted to
have.
say.
Yeah. I'm only gonna have 2 outfits. So we're just gonna say that one of my outfits isn't that when I'm here, and I'm in a different outfit, because I'll have to figure out getting another outfit at some point.
I'm actually getting a new model done for this, so it's gonna be like a different face, different body, still the same arm, still the same armor and weapons, but it's gonna be actually different, and it's gonna have a different clothes and stuff like that.
Nice.
But it's still the same me.
Have a good one, guys. Good
Also,
birthday.
what I'm oh shit.
Oh.
You fucking left! I was gonna say, Dave, what's gonna happen is my arm's gonna be like a projectile launch system if I ever get it. And just
Oh,
he
it's gonna
just
be like the
fucking
gun.
I was explaining myself. Yeah, it's gonna be like the gun from Cyberpunk with main. It's
Yeah.
Because I am a demolitions expert, and blowing shit up would be cool if you have an arm like that. Because
Yeah.
I literally have nothing. Also, you still can't talk. I'm so sorry. You can
Still
talk in Discord if
dying.
you want.
All right, there's someone who's having a birthday that I was meaning to go to, but I kind of forgot. So I'm gonna go there.
I am going in PL right now.
So
Yes,
I will
have a
see you
friend
both
there.
some other time. I don't know when the next thing's gonna happen. Hold on.
I don't know either.
Hold on. Oh, fucking right. Wait. I forgot I was streaming. No. Let me end that first before I go get fucking crazy. All right. I forgot that this was going to happen when I ended my other stream. God, only 40 minutes. That kind of sucks, but whatever. I kind of forgot that this was a thing that I could have said on my other stream. I was like, hey, it's going to happen later. I'm going to be back on another thing, but yada yada, it happened. Oh well. Here we are. I'm gonna end this and then go party, cause yeah. So thanks for stopping by, Spooks. Thanks for stopping by, Jamie. And that will do it for me.